What's going on, guys? We are finishing up this Ford Transit build. We are finishing up this Ram ProMaster build. And today we're going to be putting base cabinets in the Ford, base cabinets in the Ram. And I have done my first pull-out pantry, and I got a picture off of Home Depot's website or whatever, and I'm thinking that it's going to be very, very functional and very, very, very awesome, and I'm going to show you guys how I did it. All right, guys, let me show you how I did her pantry. I did 2 3/4 uprights on here, and then I made basically 3 little trays for her, and she had specific items that she wanted on a couple of the shelves, so each one of these are spaced specifically how she wanted them. You could space them any way you want, except for that bottom one. Obviously, that has to go there. And then this is the mechanism that I built. Just 2 pieces of 3/4 inch birch. Those are 2 inches. And then this one is 2.5 inches. That way it can, these are going to sit on the floor. Those are going to anchor to the floor, and these are going to float so that they can see that gap there, so that these can slide in and out. And then this pantry thing right here will sit on top of there. This is going to get screwed together, and then this whole thing will slide out when she pulls on it, and that's how we're doing the pantries here. That right there is going to have a glide on it, and that will keep this stable when she pulls it out. So that's going to get stained the same color as everything else. All right, so I got the top glide on, and that is ready to get installed. Got a handle on it so she can also use it as a towel rack, and you can see I just pulled it out, and it is the glides are tolerating the weight well, and she has got that loaded down. The upper glide, you can see I attached that to the upper shelf here. All right, guys, when you guys attach this in your cabinet, what you want to make sure is that the 2 uprights, that you've got them perfectly spaced, because if you don't want to bind your drawer. So I had a 1/2 inch spacer on there to start with. That is off of there now, but you can see that open and closes now with no problem at all. And even with all this weight in there, look at the soft close. Yeah, that's nice. All right, so a lot of people want a second bed option in their van, whether it's all the time or just on occasion. And this bed is actually Kurt's. Patricia has a bed across the back that's 25 inches, and Kurt has this bed, and this one is 31 inches. But his mattress had to be underneath hers in order to maximize the space and not cut into their entryway here, because they have the front seat that swivels. Patricia sits here, and then they have their little TV trays here, and they can have a little dinette here. So the height here, the height of the seat works out perfect for a dinette. But this bed had to have some specific accommodations, because you're not always on flat ground. So what I did was, if you lift up this mattress, you'll see I made little notches here, and I gave them 4 of these spacers. Now this one is 3.5. I made a 4.5, a 5.5, a 6.5, so that if they're not on level ground, they can elevate their bed. And Patricia actually slept on level ground last night with the smallest elevation and loved it. If you've got sinus drainage or any kind of respiratory issues, you like sleeping with your head a little bit elevated, this system was super easy. I had Sean cut these little notches while I cut these, sanded them, rounded them over, and they can stow away in the little cubby back here while they're traveling, and whatever level he needs, he can put that on there. This bed also has a bunch of storage underneath it. It's got 3 areas where cubbies can slide underneath there, and that's exactly what she wanted. So this is a comfortable, heavy mattress, and Kurt's got enough room to stick his feet under the foot of the bed, and it really was a good design idea on Patricia and Kurt's behalf. So it's always exciting to see how we can incorporate a second bed into these vans, because it can save on a lot of space, and this one gives this van a very big open concept. You feel like you're not closed in. So Patricia loves it. I'm sure Kurt's gonna love it. All right, guys, thanks for following along. We'll see you on the next video. They come every day and remind me that I need to feed them. Are you guys hungry? Come up here and get it. That one's a baby buck. We have seen like 3 bucks recently. You want me to come down there?